ज्ञान चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। भूतैर्महद्भिर्यैमा पुरो विभु निर्मायशेते यदमुष पुरुषा भुङ्क्ते गुणान् षोडश षोडशात्मक सोऽलङ्कृशिष्ट भगवान् वचांसि मे। श्रीकृष्ण शरणागतं कथामृतं सतत पिबतं भक्ति वेदान्त मार्गपन्थनं सर्वलोक ऋषिदेव जन्म प्रसन्नं सर्वलोक ऋषिदेव जन्म प्रसन्नं। Hare Krishna, dear Prabhus and Madhujis. So, welcome to our morning Bhagavatam sessions, and thank you for joining again early in the morning, despite a very hectic month. Last night the program finished quite late as well. Our Guru Maharaj used to say that actually it is not the day of festival that is the measurement of the barometer of our bhakti, but it is actually the day after the festival whether we are able to wake up and continue with our devotional service with same vigor and rigor. So sometimes we may, slacken, but it is the devotees actually who, inspire us and drag us. No, let's do it. So similar has been the case today as well. Many devotees have requested that now let's continue these sessions. So I'm very grateful to all of you. Yes, Kadam Kanan Maharaj, very nicely says that Durgame Patime Andasya. Durgame means that my path is very difficult. Pati, the path. And on top of that, me andhasya, and I'm blind. I'm blind in vision and I'm blind in knowledge. And on top of that, skalat pada gate muhu. Again and again, I'm slipping, I'm falling down. However, swakripa yashtidanena santa lambanam. However, the santas, the devotees of the Lord, they are giving me their stick of mercy, and holding that stick, I again, despite falling down, rise up again. So, in our lives, we see that devotees, they inspire us, they pick up us when we are down, and they carry us forward when we are in depressed situation. And devotional service results in us being inspired, and not only inspired, but most importantly, enlivened. So Srimad Bhagavatam is that intravenous injection which acts immediately as soon as we bury our heads into its pages. So let's continue where we stopped. So I was thinking that Srila Prabhupada had translated up to, I think, the 13th or 14th chapter of the 10th canto, and these are childhood pastimes of Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada's reports are very wonderful. So we can actually continue reading this, and then perhaps later on we can discuss what devotees want to do. Some devotees have said that we want perhaps to continue a thematic study, and we can do that thereafter. So from the last verse of the 10th chapter of the 10th canto, we see the translation is, Shukadeva Goswami said, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, having spoken, to the two demigods in this way. They circumambulated the Lord, who was bound to the wooden mortar, and offered obeisances to him. After taking the permission of Krishna, they returned to their respective homes. It is interesting if we look at what Nalkuber and Manigriva said to Krishna, and then again what Krishna said to Nalkuber and Manigriv. Two things are very common. Nalkuber and Manigriv, they accept and they express their gratitude to Narad Muni. They say, Anujani, Bhumam, Tavanuja Kinkaro, that we are servants of your follower Narad Muni. Darshanam no Bhagavata, Rishi Asit Anugraha, that we were able to have your darshan of Krishna because of the Anugraha of Rishi Narad Muni. And Krishna also then goes on to say the same thing. Krishna says to Nalkuber and Manigriva that Gnatam Mama Puraivaitad, I knew what had it transpired before. Rishina Karu Atmana, that Rishina, the Rishi Narad Muni, he was Karun Atmana. He was very, very merciful to you both. You both, Yat Shri Madan Dhayor Bhagpir, although you both were blinded by the intoxication of power of wealth, and Vibramsho, you did not know what is right, what is wrong. You were Vibramsha. Vibramsha means you were falling down from your heavenly planets. However, Anugraha Kritaha, in this way, you have been favored by Narad Muni greatly. So both Krishna and Nalkuber and Manigriv, they both actually glorify Narad Muni. So Krishna actually cannot help but glorify his devotees also. In one of the Gujarati bhajans, I remember, which used to be played in our house, glorifying the qualities of Krishna when he glorifies his devotees. It is mentioned in there that Bhakta Chale Tahu Agar Chalu. When the devotee walks, Krishna walks in front of the devotee, guiding the devotee. Bhakta Soe Tyahu Jagure. When the devotee sleeps, the Lord wakes up and he guards and protects the devotee. We see Srila Prabhupada in the Jaladuta ship, he suffered 2 heart attacks. And Krishna actually put his hand on Srila Prabhupada's heart, on his chest, and he massaged his chest and recovered him. Bhakta soe tahun jagure. Besi ne gaitya ubo osandru. The devotee, when he sings the glories of the Lord says that I stand up and I hear the glories that the devotee is singing about me. Ubo ubo gaitya nachure. And when the devotee is standing up and singing my glories, Krishna says, I dance at the tune of the devotees. So Krishna has no other business except to feel the bliss that his devotees bring to him through their pure love and service. And that is which constantly keeps Krishna, in a state of bliss and pleasure. So, we see the enormous inspiration that these two sons of Kuvera, Nalkuber and Manigriv had, and they took the vow and the resolution as what they would do now. Actually, I'll take the opportunity because we didn't have much time yesterday. Those devotees who have memorized this verse or would like to sing this verse, Vani Gunanu Kathane, you can please, sing this verse here and say something about this verse and your practical realization. Anyone would like to say. Jamadagni Prabhu, I think you had memorized it.
Yes, Prabhu, I can say, Prabhu. Vani gunanu kathane shravano kathayam hastau chakarmashu manastava padayorna smrityam sirastava nivasa jagat praname drishti satam darshane stu bhavatanunam. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I also memorized. Can I sing?
Please, Mataji, go ahead.
Vani gunanukatane shravanam kathayam hastau cha karma sumanastava padayornah smrityam shirastava nivas jagat praname drishti satam darshane stu bhagavattanunam.
Thank you so much, Mataji. I like the way you have recited. It's a different meter, and that's the beauty about these verses. They can be sung in different meter, and whatever meter appeals to you, we can sing this verse and meditate on this verse. Anyone else? You can even look if you want.
I can recite, bro.
Please, Mataji, go ahead.
Vani gunanukathane shravano kathayam hasto cha karmasu manastava padayorna smritavyam shirastava nivasa jagat praname drishti satam darshanestu bhavattanunam. I also looked, Prabhu, I'll be honest, little bit. I remember, I memorized first two lines, but yeah, the last two lines I don't remember.
That's fine. That's fine. It takes time. Learning takes time. Once I asked my Guru Maharaj as well, Maharaj, you know so many verses, and I want to know as much as you. How can I do this? And he quoted a verse, and he said that Shaneri Kantha, when we weave the mat, each thread of that mat we take, and the person goes through, different weaves. So to weave a mat takes long time. So it is done slowly, Shanaihi, the word Shanaihi used. So Shanaihi Kantha, Shanaihi Pantha, when we're traveling a long distance and we're walking, we slowly but surely, if we do bit by bit every day, we'll reach the destination. And then he said, Shanaihi Parbat Mastake, when we're trying the peak of a mountain, then slowly we have to go and reach there. And then Shanaihi Vidya, also this knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam, overnight it won't come, but if we every day, bit by bit, if we take, then we will be able to do. I know even at work they say, rather than in one day making a 10% improvement, every day try to make 1% improvement. So hopefully these morning Bhagavatam sessions, half an hour session every day, is that 1% improvement, but that 1% over a long period of time, it accumulates to a huge number. And then he said, Shanaihi Vidya Dravinam Shaneha. Also, same with money. If we want to accumulate money, little by little, over a long term, the accumulation will take place. Panch Vidhi Iha Shanai Shanai. These 5 things, slowly, bit by bit, if we do, then we will be able to accumulate. So our effort is not to, try to instantly get this. If Krishna desires, that will happen. But by patience and perseverance, bit by bit, even if it takes 1 week to learn some of the verses, that's okay. But we every day, the main thing is every day we do it. We write the verse down, word to word meaning. translation. Keep a notebook, especially for this. And then we'll see that over the long term, the effect will be so nice. So just imagine that if every week we learn one verse, and then we keep reciting that verse throughout the year, then by the end of the year, we will have at least 50 verses in our memory bank. And those 50 verses will not only be helpful for our own devotional service to imbibe a nice mood, but also those 50 verses, then we can speak to others and make a difference in others' life, act as an instrument for Prabhupada's preaching mission. So, let's do it bit by bit. Anyone else would like to recite?
I can recite, Prabhu.
Please, Mataji.
Vani gunanukathane shravano kathayam hasto cha karma sumanastava padayorna smrityam shirastava nivasa jagat praname drishti satam darshane stubhavattanunam.
Thank you so much, Mataji. And word to word, we should try to learn as well. And I like every point of this verse, is so nice. The 6 resolutions that Nalkuber and Manigri take. However, one of the most important things, that will make us be more appealing and more relevant to the wider community is this aspect of this verse, which is Shiras Tava Nivasa Jagat Praname, that let our head, Shiras Tava Nivasa, you whose Nivasa is Jagata, in everything, Chara and Achara. Chara means moving and Achara means non-moving. So Krishna in his expansion as Vishnu is situated in each and every living being and each and every atom. And thus, when a devotee sees Krishna like this, he pays obeisances. That actually means the devotee shows proper respect, proper compassion, and he is thinking about the welfare of everyone. There is no room for discrimination of doing bad thing. There's no room for any envy or hate. And this is what actually which will attract everyone towards a devotee. That this person, although he seems different from us, but he is actually a nice person. And this is the quality of the Narad Muni. Narad Muni, even when he goes to the demons, they welcome him because the demons know that Narad Muni has no material desires. Secondly, that Narad Muni actually wishes our well. He's our well-wisher because whenever Narad Muni speaks, his speech is a cause of pleasure for even demons. And what to speak of demigods and devotees. So somehow or the other, if we can be broad-minded and broad-hearted, then we will be able to touch others' lives with Krishna consciousness. And for that cannot happen artificially. It has to have substance, and that substance comes from previous 4 things, which is our words, Vani, Guna, Anukathane, is constantly glorifying Krishna. Shravano Kathayam, our ears are constantly hearing Krishna's pastimes. Hasto Jakarmasu, our hands and other senses are constantly engaged in doing work for Krishna. Manastava Pada Yorna Smrityam. Smrityam means remembering. Our mind is constantly engaged in remembering Krishna's lotus feet and his transcendental form. This morning, I was again trying to remember some of the things that we have covered. And one of the things we covered, there was a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita, which, if I can remember, which described the sweetness of Krishna's body. So it said, Krishnanga Madhura Sindhu. That Krishna's body, whole body, is sweetness. Madhura Sindhu is like a sweetness of ocean. Sumadhura Mukha Bindu. And his Mukhmandal, his lotus face, is even sweeter, like a full full moon. Sumadhura Mukha Sumadhura Bindu. And then Sukirana Ati Madhura Kirane, something like that. I think I've done not. And Krishna's smile, his transcendental, beautiful smile, is like the full moon rays, the rays emanating from the full moon. So just picture this: the whole ocean is there of sweetness. Krishna's body, Krishna's face is extra sweet, like full moon. And the light emanating from that moon is even sweeter, Ati Madhura. That is Krishna's transcendental smile. And in this way, somehow or the other, if we can meditate on the deity of Krishna, which is at our home, in our temples, and study the description of Krishna's bodily features described in various verses from Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, then actually our remembrance of other material things will have no value. Actually, when we are chanting or when we are, just always thinking, our thinking is worrying. Mainly it is worry. What will happen now? This is what I have to do. But there's so many problems, problems of children, problems of parents, problems of partners, wife or husband. Even if no problem is there, then the problem is our mind, that our mind is not thinking of Krishna. We are thinking of so many other subject matters. I have to do this work, I have to do that work. So Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say that this mind is like a dog, and every morning we have to wake up and beat it 100 times with a broomstick. And while going to bed, again, we have to beat it with a shoe 100 times. However, if Manaha Sarai Manaha Shri Krishna Padara Vindyo, if our mind somehow is situated in thinking of Krishna's transcendental bodily limbs, starting with his lotus feet, then the mind has a proper object to enliven itself. So in this way, if we are nourished always, then we will be able to have nice behavior when we are interacting with other living entities, and we'll know the value of devotee association. And that's when drishti satam darshane bhavatas. Whenever we see a devotee, we will become happy. The sign of a pure devotee is that when he sees other devotees, he becomes happy. He doesn't become envious. Oh, he's a better devotee than me. He's getting more respect than me. No. It is said that when we meet someone who is above us, we should pay our respects. When we meet someone who is equal to us, we develop a relation of friendship. When we meet someone who is below us or innocent, we should give them mercy by giving them nice words, making friendship with them. And once the friendship is made, then very easily we can, imbue their lives with message of Krishna through Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. And in this way, we won't be touched by the miseries of life if we act in this way, Bhagavatam says. So anyone else would like to, recite the verse? One of the meter of this recitation I like is Vani Gunanu Kathane Shravano Kathayam Hasatau cha karma sumanas tava padayona Smritya shirastava nivas jagat praname Drishti satam darshane bhavatastanuna Drishti satam darshane bhavatastanuna. So in this way, there is different varieties of meter of verse. As it is, the verse itself is so nice. And if you recite it in different meter and different moods, there is no question of boredom. This is ever fresh. And this is how Srimad Bhagavatam needs to be studied. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, I always quote this verse. Perhaps you can take this verse to study. Is Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, chapter 22, text number 131. Again, Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, chapter 22, verse number 131. Now, in this verse, Krsna Das Kaviraj is explaining about how to study Srimad Bhagavatam. We have touched this verse few times. So there are 5 main limbs of devotional service out of the 26. And those 5 main limbs are Sadhu Sangha, Harinam Sankirtana, Bhagavad Katha Shravan, Shri Murti Seva, deity worship, and Mathura Vas, residing in a holy place. However, if we do these 4 things, Sadhu Sangha, Harinam Sankirtana, Srimad Bhagavad Katha Shravana, and Archa Vigraha Sevanam, deity worship, then automatically Mathura Vas, residing in a holy place, is there. Now, this aspect of Srimad Bhagavatam, how to study, Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Srimad Bhagavatam Arthanam. Of Srimad Bhagavatam, Arthanam, of the meanings, Asvadaha, enjoy the taste. So Srila Prabhupada's word-to-word translation is, enjoy the taste of the word-to-word meanings of Srimad Bhagavatam, Rasikai Saha, with devotees. And then he goes on to say, Sajatiya Ashaye Snigdhe. Srila Prabhupada very nicely translates in, I think, 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 29, text number 17, that Swajati means person of the same caste. Now, devotees, we are of the same caste. Why? Because we have common interest of Srimad Bhagavatam. I remember when Narayani Mataji, she met our spiritual master. Then at that time, our spiritual master, he heard Narayani Mataji give Srimad Bhagavatam class. And he was so touched by, Narayani Mataji's in-depth, not only knowledge, but how she was breathing Srimad Bhagavatam. She was relishing Srimad Bhagavatam. So our Guru Maharaj said to her, oh, you are Swajati, you are my Swajati. You are same as me, because I also like Srimad Bhagavatam. So in this way, in this assembly, we are all Swajati. We are all related to each other. We are all of the same caste, because our common interest is glorification of Krishna through the medium of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Swajati Ashaye Snigdhe. Our desire, Ashaya, is the same, glorify Krishna. And in this way, Snigdhe, advance in devotional service, Sadhu, with devotee Sangha, and with association of each other, Swataha, Vare, Vare means it will be better for us, swataha, in this way, when we are associating based on the foreground of Srimad Bhagavatam. So thank you so much, Prabhuji and Matajis. We'll continue this session, and have a wonderful Krishna conscious day. And let's continue the mood of Kartik Damodar month throughout the year. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu. Krishna Prabhuji.